Welcome back, Karate Kids. It's Sensei Jessie. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy at home. I'm here back to teach you to go over the mechanics of a roundhouse kick. Roundhouse kick looks like this. Kia! All right, now the roundhouse kick is arguably one of the most powerful kicks in all of martial arts. And the reason why is because in order to really get that power in our kick, we're shifting our whole body with our hips, all right? To power that kick with the force of our body, with our core, okay? Now the secret is that shift in the hips, and I'm gonna break you through the steps in just a moment. Okay, to get started, let's just warm up our bodies a little bit. If you could just shake your arms out with me. All right, shake your wrists out. Shake your elbows out, shake your shoulders out, shake your legs out. All right, try to make your body real nice and loose. Now we're gonna stretch out our legs. You can open up your legs about twice shoulder width apart. Bend your knees, try to keep your back a little bit straight, and you can push out on your legs like this. Now we're gonna take it to the right, dragon stretches its tail. Take it to the left, dragon stretches its tail. Take it back to the right, turn your foot onto your heel and try to reach down for your toes. And back to the other side. Dragon stretches its tail. Reach down for your toes. Back to the middle. Shift, shift, shift. Right back up to your feet. Now we're going to shake our legs out. Shake it out, shake it out. All right. You could do a couple of knee rotations. Out. And in. Out and in. This is going to open up our hips so that we can really focus on that rotation. Now, the roundhouse kick is kind of like a dragon whipping its tail. So I want you to imagine that your legs are the tail of a dragon. And every time we throw this kick, we're going to whip our tail right through our imaginary opponent. Yes, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna go into our fighting stance, hands up on guard, just like before. Now I'm gonna mirror your stance. So you're gonna have your left foot in front, right foot back. We're gonna be kicking with what's usually your power leg, all right? And that's gonna be your right leg. For me, it's my left. Hands up on guard. All right, the very first step in throwing our roundhouse kick is to turn our front toes out. That really allows us to open up our hips so then we can throw our leg into it. All right, so step one, toes go out. Let's do it all together. We've got our hands up on guard, and one, turn those toes out. Now step two is the chamber. Okay, and we're gonna break this down into a couple steps. The first step of the chamber is to bring your knee all the way up. Now, we did another kind of chamber when we were doing our front kick. If you remember, we had our toes pointed up like this so that we could kick straight forward with the balls of our feet. This time, when we chamber, we want to point our toes all the way down. Now, sometimes it can be tricky to hold your balance. We're holding your knee up and really keeping your toes pointed down. Let's take a second to practice our balance. All right, all together. You're gonna lift your knee up, point your toes down, and repeat after me. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, ku, ju. Very good, now we're gonna switch our feet. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, rok, shich, hach, ku, ju. And back down. If you have any difficulties holding that balance, that's okay. Balance takes a long time to get the hang of. Practice at home anytime you can. Practice standing on one foot and holding that balance. Okay, so back to our roundhouse kick. We're in our fighting stance. We've got our left foot in front. Step one, turn those toes out. Step two, knee comes all the way up. Okay, from this side. Sometimes it's easier to practice at home by holding onto a surface. okay? You can grab the side of a wall if you like. Step 1, toes out. Step 2, knee comes all the way up, pointing your toes out. Now, step 3, here's where the shift happens. We're gonna turn our knee from facing up towards the ceiling all the way to the side. Okay? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And back down. Let's do just that shift together 10 times. Ready? Hands up on guard. Point those toes out. You can hang on to a wall for balance. And 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And back. Now, the more flexible you get with this and the more you practice, the more you can try to really point that knee so that it's facing the wall and that your leg is parallel to the floor, meaning it's making a horizontal line. If our knee's pointed up like this while we're throwing a roundhouse kick, we're not gonna get as much power, okay? So the trick is to really point that knee sideways. So then we can snap our leg out like a dragon. Now let's try it on the other side. Ready? Fighting stance, hands up on guard. You can place your right hand against the mat. Front toes, turn out. Right knee comes up, left knee comes up. Point your toes all the way down. Now we're gonna turn our knee towards the wall. Just like that. My leg is horizontal. Let's do this 10 times all together. Ready? H, knee, sun, she, go, rook, shich, hach, ku, do, and back down. Okay, so that's the chamber part, and that's what we're doing to rotate our hips. Now, what comes next? The kick. So, let's take it from the top. Turn those toes out, knee comes straight up in the air, and we rotate, okay? After that, we're gonna kick our leg straight out, okay? Now, with the roundhouse kick, we wanna focus on kicking with our insteps, okay? This is a snapping dragon kick. And right back down, okay? So, after we kick our leg out, I want you to notice, do you see me putting my foot back down in front? I don't think so. Very important. Just like with our front kick, after we kick our leg straight out in front, we bring our knee right back to chamber. Same thing with the roundhouse kick. Okay, so from the top, turn those toes out, knee comes up, rotate, kick, knee comes back, and then back to fighting stance, ready for the next one. You ready to do it all together? Good. So I'm gonna go ahead and mirror your stance. So you're gonna have your left foot in front, I've got my right, and 1, turn those toes out, 2, chamber, 3, rotate, 4, kick, 5, bring that knee back, and bring your foot all the way back to fighting stance. Now, like I said, it could be hard to do it nice and slow in the air, so let's go ahead, grab that surface, fighting stance, hands up on guard, and 1, turn your toes out, 2, knee comes straight up, point those toes all the way down, 3, shift your hips, turn your knee towards the wall, make sure your leg is horizontal, 4, kick with your instep, 5, knee comes back, and 6, back to fighting stance. And again, 1, toes turn out. 2, knee comes up. 3, knee turns to the side. 4, kick. 5, knee comes back. 6, chamber, and back to fighting stance. Let's try it step by step on the other side. Okay, so we've got our one hand on the mat. We're gonna turn those toes out. 1, 2, knee comes all the way up, toes pointing down. 3, turn that knee straight to the side, leg is horizontal. 4, kick with that instep. 5, leg comes back. 6, back to chamber. 7, back to fighting stance. All right, couple details. So, when you're throwing a roundhouse kick, you can play around with targets. There's a high roundhouse kick. Okay, you can aim for the middle of the body, and you can aim for the legs. So, the lower you kick, the easier it is to make your leg really horizontal, or even sometimes turning down. So you can generate more power when you kick for mid-levels or low levels. All right, when you kick high, you lose some of that power, but the nice thing about the roundhouse kick is you can really focus on those targets and bring it right back. And right back to hands up on guard. Okay, let's try it again from the top. So you're gonna have your left foot in front, and instead of doing it step by step this time, we're gonna put all the pieces together. Ready? And move. Ki-ai. Back to fighting stance. Move. Ki-ai. Back to fighting stance. Move. Ki-ai. Back to fighting stance. Move. Ki-ai. All right. Now I'm going to count to 10. Try to stay along with me. If you need to pause the video to practice on your own, no problem. Okay? If not, let's keep it going. Hands up on guard. And 1. Ki-ai. 2. Ki-ai. 3. Ki-ai. 4. Ki-ai. 5. Ki-ai. 6. Ki-ai. 7. Ki-ai. 8. Ki-ai. 9. Ki-ai. 10. Ki-ai. Okay, so until you get comfortable with this kick, it's a good idea to start with that middle range. If you're feeling a little bit funny about it, go ahead and start with the low kick. That's a little bit easier to maintain your balance. Once you feel nice and comfy, then you can start extending for those high kicks. Yes, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. All right, now let's try it on the other side. Hands up on guard, fighting stance. Our front toes turn out to the side. Chamber, shift, kick, chamber, back to fighting stance. Okay, now just another reminder, when you kick, make sure that your toes are pointing to the side. We don't want any toes pointed up like that. That means we've lost some power. Hands up on guard. I'm going to count to 10. Try to stay with me. Ready? And 1. Ki-ai. 2. Ki-ai. 3. Ki-ai. 4. Ki-ai. 5. Ki-ai. 6. Ki-ai. 7. Ki-ai. 8. Ki-ai. 9. Ki-ai. 10. Ki-ai. All right. You're going to go ahead and practice that as many times as you can, going back and forth between each leg. Once you get comfortable, start changing your target, and I'll see you next time for the rest of our kicks.